Hi, good morning, FB friends, YouTubers, and prayer partners. It's very alarming what happened in our PNP, in our family, as well as in our community. You know, pinamagatan kong ang devotion nito, I recognize. Friends, the moment you decide I'm not okay with just being okay, is the moment you are no longer imprisoned behind the bars of mediocrity. Nabalitaan natin sa PNP, isang opisyal. Nabalitaan natin ang isang pamilya, December 24, December 25, on what will happen to them. I was shocked and praying the recovery of the families, loved ones. I recognize, pinamagatan ko po itong I recognize, I choose to accept the reality to say that I'm not a God, God is God, and I am not God. Kasi po napakahirap na tayo ay dumaranas ng depression, dumaranas ng mga situation that we cannot explain. You know, the root cause of your problem is trying to play as God. You know what does it mean? What does it mean? Number one, you control. We try to control our personal image. Ay wala. Yari tayo dyan. Yan ang dahilan kung minsan sa buhay natin, we control personal image. Look in the life of David. Sa 2 Samuel chapter 11 verse 25 to 27. Allow me to read. The background, David did two horrible sins in God's eyes. Number one, he committed adultery and murder. Yet after this, David still did not recognize the disaster he created. He comforted Joab, who felt terribly guilty what he did to Uriah. He also took Bathsheba to be his wife. God was disgusted that he sent the prophet Nathan to confront the king. You know that whole story. David's son died. The second one is we try to control other people. In the book of John, chapter 8, verse 3, 4, and 5, the woman caught in adultery. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto Jesus a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, the woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned, but what sayest thou? According to the Moses law, dapat ang babaeng nahuli ng adultery ay batuhin. Bato-bato sa langit ang tamaan ay magalit. But Jesus said, if anyone of you without sin, let him be the first to throw a stone at her. John chapter 8 verse 7. Another is, we try to control our problems. O look at the person sitting beside you or nakikinig. You try to control your problem. We try to control our problem. yan yung pangatlo na kinokontrol natin ang bawat isa. Tingnan natin yung situation sa 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 1. Now there cried a certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophet unto Elisha, saying, Thy servant my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear of the Lord, and the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bound men. The situation, namatay ang propeta na inaalagaan ni Elisha. At ang mga inutangan, look at the person beside you. Ngayon December, ang dami naniningil ng utang. No? Yung inutangan ay pinipilit na ibayad ang kanyang anak. You know the end of the story. Ito yung napakaraming langis na ginawa ng Diyos na himala at nakabayad sila ng utang. Number 4, we try to control our pain. Look at the person sitting beside you. O nakikinig ngayon. Meron siyang pain. Tingnan natin si Apostle Pablo sa 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 7 to 8. Unless I should be exalted, sabi ni Apostle Paul, above measure through the abundance of the revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to betray me, lest I should be exalted about. For these things I besought the Lord thrice, that the thorn of the flesh, may depart from me. Yung pain na tinutukoy po rito ay yung sicknesses. Alam ko maraming nakakaranas ng ganito. Kahit faithful in the Lord, doing God's ministry like Apostle Paul. You know, yung mga nagpipinance the end time harvest of soul. I witness how God has been so good to them. But sometimes, merong atake. May pain. Either sila, either yung anak nila, or kanilang business. You know, the first steps toward freedom is to understand the first level process called recognition. To accept the fact that you are not God. When you say you are not God, huwag mong kontrolin yun. Meron po akong gustong basahin sa inyo. The second is consequences of playing God. Number 1, fear. May pagkatakot. Allow me to open my Bible with my glasses. Sa Romans chapter 7, 15 to 17. Allow me to read. Romans chapter 7, 15 to 17. Ito pang pagkasabi. 15 to 17. Ito ang sabi. Hindi ko manauwa ng aking sarili sapagkat hindi ko ginagawa ang gusto ko, sa halip ang kinasusuklaman ko ang siya kong ginagawa. Ngayon, kung ginagawa ko ang hindi ko gusto, nangangahulugan, sumasang-ayon ako na mabuti ang kautusan. 17. Kung gayon, hindi na ako may kagawa niyon, kundi ang kasalanang naninirahan sa akin. You know, consequence of playing God ay natatakot ka. Ngayon, nakakatakot ang marami. In time of pandemic, napakaraming natakot na tao. But praise God, since March 23 until now, we are involved in relief operation. But God is good.